Welcome back to another video. My name's John McLauchlan. We are on day 65. I was thinking day 65, 65. What's the significance of 65? Used to be the retirement age in the UK. Okay, remember that many years ago? Okay, now 65 is when you're just changing careers. The retirement age now I think is about 165. But there we go. Okay, we're currently... they don't get any better, my jokes. We're on day 65. We are promoting Clickbank products using myleadgensecret, and let me go and have a look at the stats today. Here we go. So this is the old style stat. So as you can see, the last couple of days we've had 2 sales in every single day. That's from new business and from repeat business because we're promoting a recurring income product. And my very first customer who joined on the 1st of the 1st, which is the very first sale on the very first day. I think it was the first day anyway. Either they looked at it on the first and then they got involved because there's like a bit of a process to go through. But they're still renewing. Okay, so that's 3 months later, almost 3 months later, which tells me that they like the product and the product is high quality. That means everything to me. Okay, and you know, I've looked at this product myself. It's great. So 2 sales yesterday and today. Sorry, 2 sales on Monday and yesterday, which is Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. I've had 1 sale come in today. So what that means for the stats, okay, means we had 14,462 hops, 255 impressions. That's still saying we've got 28 sales. I'm not quite sure what's happening with that, but 28 sales, but 10.98% conversion rate and 675.16 on the gross earnings. So the goal for this month is to go over the $1,000 threshold. But remember this: when you first looking to make money online, what's the most important figure? It's making that first dollar. Because if you can make $1, you can make $2. You make $2, you can make $10, and so it goes on. Okay, so it doesn't really matter how much you make as long as you start somewhere. Okay. So what I do with this, okay, is I go to the affiliate marketplace. Throughout this case study, which we've been doing over the last 65 days since the beginning of the month, beginning of the year, we've been promoting we're on e-business and e-marketing, and we've been promoting live chat jobs. And the reason I've kept on promoting it is because it keeps on converting. And what I don't want to do, I don't want to jeopardize or spook my audience by giving them something else to have a look at. Okay, it's planned for the end of this month, which means the first quarter has been dedicated to promoting live chat jobs. But here's the thing: the easiest way to gain some traction with whatever you're doing online is stick to the plan. Okay, stick to what you're currently doing. And what a lot of people tend to do is they get so far down that hole, okay, so far on their journey, and they go, I've got to change it, it's not working. Okay, no, keep doing what you're doing. Keep using the same traffic strategy. Keep using the same thing. Because what's happening is your audience, you may not know it, okay, and if you're brand new to online marketing, you won't know it, that your audience is starting to warm up. They're going from cold, don't know who you are, to slowly warming up, okay? And they're becoming familiar with you. They're becoming familiar with your way of marketing. Maybe they're becoming familiar with your videos, but maybe they're not reaching out. Maybe they're not liking anything because they're not really quite sure. Okay. So if you're constantly changing it, okay, as soon as you change products, they're going to go cold again. And then if you do that too many times, they'll be like, I can't keep up with this guy. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. 1 minute they're doing this. Next minute they're promoting that. Not for me. Okay. But if you're consistent, you'll get consistency and you'll build know, like, and trust with your audience. Okay, so that's really important to stick with the same thing. Don't think like 95% of people out there that there's always something better on the other side of the hill. The grass is not greener anywhere else. And attach whatever you want, attach whatever catchphrase you want to that. Okay, but you certainly won't. You won't. The only thing that people like is consistency, and that's it. That's it, really. Okay. And I tell you what happens if you do something regularly on a regular basis, and you stop doing it, you'll get more people reaching out to you saying, "Why have you stopped doing that? I really enjoyed that." Well, I didn't know. I didn't know you liked it. I didn't know you followed my stories. Okay. So that's one takeaway today. Right, so we're going to go and promote, and we're going to go and get our affiliate link from Clickbank, okay? And in a second, I will tell you, okay, 1ml and 0603, because that's the dates. And then create hop link, that's going to give you the encrypted link down here. We're going to copy this, and we're going to go over to a notepad. We're going to right click and paste that link in. So there's a link, okay, the encrypted link. TID equals, and that's our encoded tracking link for what we need. Right, anyway, if this is the first time you visit the channel, please consider, or you are invited to subscribe, okay? And if you like being ordered, okay, don't miss out, okay? Subscribe right now, all right? But yes, let me tell you, being a subscriber means everything to me, because it just means I can carry on and continue doing more things like this for free. And what I'm going to be doing when my back's better, I know I've had some problems with coughing on live sessions, on sessions like this, and I do apologise, but I ended up with a blood clot in my lung, which is never great. I mean, you know, there's certain things that you can deal with, but sometimes, you know, being able to breathe is always a bit of a necessity. So I've put that back until I get this sorted. I'm going back to the hospital tomorrow for a few more scans just to find out what's going on, because it's just getting worse. So yeah, I don't want to do a video course or a video series with me coughing through it and having to edit all that nastiness out. So this is a medium and high ticket affiliate marketing course that I'm going to put out absolutely free to all you subscribers to help you to develop more business. Because as you can see from here, you know, with the numbers, okay, 675.16 is quite good when you consider the fact that we're promoting something that is low ticket and also low cost. So, you know, profit ratio is quite reasonable. But you know what? It's not going to change my life. Okay, what it's going to do, it's going to get you out the ballpark, and it's going to develop your skills. And remember that the idea with this isn't just a case of just making sales, it's compounding those sales, which is starting to happen. As you can see here, look, I mean, like 127.75 for last week, okay, and this doesn't go kind of week on week like Sunday to Sunday, it's when you actually started. Oh, sorry. So it's when you actually started. So 127.75 is the best week so far, and really what I want to be doing is kind of tripling that, and that's where we're going with this case study. Okay, but in order to triple it, you've got to be consistent, you've got to send out your emails without fail, and you just got to improve your process and improve your skills, which hopefully I'm going to show you what to do and how to do that. Well, I am currently 65 days. So yes, please subscribe. You're going to get a lot more information, and if you got some value from this or any of the videos on this channel, give us a big thumbs up as well. Really appreciate that. And if you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments. Right, so going back to where we are. So yeah, we've got our affiliate link. So what we do is we go over to the affiliate page where you can get all your marketing assets. As I say, because myleadgensecret is email marketing, it's an email marketing strategy or an email marketing platform, we go for the email swipes. And if you looked at day one, okay, day 0 tells you everything about myleadgensecret. Day 1 to day 50 goes through this strategy where I use the copy from these emails as a bit of a reference, bit of a foundation point. I then change the email to sound like me, okay, which you really want to take the time to work on. So put it in your voice. You change the, sorry. Oh, gotta be nice to take a deep breath. Change some of the language patterns. So if we just grab like number 3, okay. So you can read this through, and when you read it through, ask yourself, is that how I would say it? Okay, and maybe change some of the things. You know, some of the emails, they talk about things like biz or biz ops. Okay, I don't like that. I like to talk about business or business opportunities. So I just change it for the way that the way that I talk. And in all those days 1 to 50, I talk about how to format your email to get them read, the kind of subject lines you want to be putting in there to get them opened, and just really the process to make sales online. It's all about making money online, but it's making money online from you developing your skills. Okay, So always think about that. Always think about you need to develop your skills first before you then get the money. Okay, think about, you're doing an apprenticeship, okay, and you don't know anything about what you're doing. So you go in, maybe you'll be an intern, maybe bit of voluntary work, okay, you don't get really paid for a bit, and then you start getting paid a small amount. But compared to the guys at the top, okay, what you're getting is nothing, but you build up to that, you increase your skills. Okay, so don't expect a result straight away, because that is what kills most people's career online. Okay, that's it. So grab that. What a lot of people do teach in this strategy is copying the subject, copying the body, and pasting it in verbatim, word for word, putting your own links in and sending it off. Now that's okay to start with, but first of all, it's not going to build your skills. And secondly, there's going to be a lot of people doing the same thing. And a lot of people are going to be getting the same type of email. And they'll just get, the filter will be on where they'll just delete it. Okay, and eventually they'll delete you. Okay, because you're not really offering anything of value. So offer something of value and put your stamp on it, put your brand on it. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go over to My Lead Gen Secret. No, I'm not. That's my video. Where are we now? Here we are. Okay, so My Lead Gen Secret. If you don't know what My Lead Gen Secret is, have a look at the card up there. That is day 0, and it will tell you everything you need to know about My Lead Gen Secret, how it works, and really why I keep promoting it. And I'll tell you why I keep promoting it is because it's good. And a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like the strategy. But in terms of the returns, if you're consistent with it, you will develop a very nice and a very healthy side income that you can add to whatever you're doing. And bearing in mind, if this strategy takes, say, 20 minutes to do every single day, every single day, it's only 20 minutes to build up an income. And if you build that income up to wherever you think is reasonable, okay. And I remember talking to a guy many years ago, and it was back in the old days of network marketing, and he said, come to the house. And I thought, okay, I'll show him the plan. Remember that? Show him the plan at someone's house. And I went to the house, and this house was gorgeous. Had a Bentley in the driveway. And I wondered if I'd gone to the right house, and I wondered if I was actually speaking to the right person. So I knocked on the door, and there he was. And he invited me in, and we're doing the plan together on his sofa. And I said to him, look, I said, you've got a flaming Bentley in the driveway. You're living in a beautiful house. What's the attraction of this business? Where, what level of income would make a difference for you? And he said, you know what? He said, 500 quid a month. And I was like, 500 quid a month? I said, why? He says, because everything that you see, the Bentley, the house, the beautiful things that I've got, he said, they're all on credit. And I've got no disposable income to speak of because it goes out every month. So 500 quid a month, he said, would make all the difference. I can take my wife out for a nice meal. We can just do something, something extra. And I thought, wow, that's fantastic. So when you're doing things like this, think about what would make a difference for you. And for some people, making an extra $200 is going to be fantastic. For some people, an extra $1,000 will be fantastic. And you can see from these numbers, okay, that adds up fairly quickly. Okay, and if you're consistent and you're putting these emails out every single day, people will get to know you, people will get to trust you, and they'll get to like your content. Okay, and that's the process of doing that. But you won't really do that just by copying and pasting. You need to put some of your charisma in there, put a couple of jokes in there. Okay, maybe not if you're me, because my joke's really not appropriate for anything. But just put your brand over there, and you will start to see results. But over and above, the one thing that I'll just finish on this, over and above anything that people talk about with My Lead Gen Secret, the first question people usually ask is, how many accounts have you got? How many leads have you got? And what are you promoting? Okay, and that is all. It's all good questions, but the main emphasis wants to be is how are you communicating with your audience, and how are you connecting with your audience, because that really is everything. So yeah, I've had these accounts for about 4.5 I would say nearly 5 years now. I keep saying 4.5 years. I said that for the past 6 months. And they've matured, but I've had spells where I've worked away. Okay, I've had contracts overseas, and these accounts have just been dormant. Okay, still building up leads, but if you're not emailing them, guess what happens? Nothing happens, and then people forget who you are. So if you email every single day and you're consistent, then that's when it starts to work. Okay, so have a look at that day 0. The other thing as well, if you go to the bottom, if you click on the description, this is yesterday's video, day 64. So if you click on there, what you'll see is where it says click here to join My Lead Gen Secret. Okay, now if you want to do this, first of all, you're going to build your skills. Secondly, if you are consistent over a prolonged period of time, okay, you're going to see some results and you're going to make some money online. Now, when I first started doing this, I started with literally one account, okay, 100 leads a day, and then it took me 3 weeks to get my first My Lead Gen Secret subscriber, and it boosted my leads to 200 a day. But that was 3 weeks every day, and it's a fantastic feeling when you get your first sale, because it gives you so much confidence. And then you want another one, okay? But you don't want another one in another 3 weeks' time. You want another one tomorrow, okay? Because you want that feeling, all right? But you've got to be consistent with it. And this is what I would say is that I'm going to say it again: just be consistent. So it took me 3 weeks to get my first sale, and then what I realised is that a lot of people were starting to stack their accounts together. So you can have one account and then stack number 2 under it, 3 under it, 4, and I've got 5 accounts, okay, that I've built up over time. And what happens when you've got 5 accounts is that, number one, you get the bonus leads, because My Lead Gen Secret allow you to be your own affiliate. Unlike a lot of things, you know, if you try and sign up under your own affiliate link, normally you get banned, you get kicked out, no one likes you. Okay, you're in the naughty corner. Okay, but My Lead Gen Secret allow you to do it. So you get the bonus leads, and you also get the commissions. So for everyone that you refer, you get $5 commission, and you get paid because you're your own affiliate link to 5 levels deep. So that's really good. But have a look at that day 0. But anyway, if you click on here where it says click here to join, what I've done on this page, I've put the day 0 video on there anyway, so it tells you exactly what to do for the most efficient way to sign up for My Lead Gen Secret. And what I recommend is you sign up for 3 accounts, because what it's going to do, that's going to build your accounts or build your leads a lot quicker. So if you go for 3 accounts, you'll have the bonus leads on 2, and then you'll get the normal leads on 1. So it'll be 2, 4, 500 leads every single day coming to your account. You're going to see results a lot quicker. But again, over and above the amount of leads you've got, consistency is a thing. And then you'll also get the commissions. So what you want to do, and what I would say is, if you can't afford 3 accounts, or if you're feeling a bit twitchy, and you're thinking, this is a bit new, I don't want to really, because it's going to cost you $60 per account on the first month, and then it's $30 per month thereafter. Okay, so I'm paying $150 for my 5 accounts every single month, but of course I'm more than covering it from what I'm doing. Sorry, I seem to take a deep breath. Oh. We'll get there. Right, so what you want to do is click on join My Lead Gen Secret now, and if you put your name and email address in there, that puts you through to my actual email list. Okay, it doesn't go to anybody else, and I'll tell you right now, I don't spam you or anything. Okay, what I'll do, I'll give you a copy of my 10-minute email format model, which is my best performing emails of 2023, and how to format your emails for the best opens and the best responses. It's quite a good document that I put together. I also give you, when you become a member, access to a free Facebook group and a few other freebies and bonuses as well. But again, it just gives you access. When you click on that and you click on the page, it's going to bring you back to the My Lead Gen Secret page. What it'll be a checkout page where you can put your details in, go and check out, and literally within about 10 minutes you'll have your first 100 leads in there. If you go for the multiple accounts, again, in that day 0 video, in this video I show you exactly what to do. Okay, and you'll get your bonus leads within 24 hours, but you will get all your leads delivered together So it's a really good system. And in terms of income from here, you're going to be getting income from Clickbank in terms of new business, and you're also going to be getting recurring income from that as well. Okay, you're going to be getting income as well from myleadgensecret. Okay, so if you look at this on the commission side, got lots and lots of commissions that have come in, loads of commissions. Okay, and some of these commissions, or most of these commissions, are recurring. So you've got recurring income from myleadgensecret to 5 levels deep. So if somebody else that you refer gets somebody in, you also get paid on that. So to 5 levels deep. So, and if you refer 5 people in a week, you get $100 bonus. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to make income from this. And when you put all those different aspects together, what you find is it actually turns out to be quite a profitable, very from a very little product. We call this like a little thing. myleadgensecret is like a little fun kind of business that we just do, but it's been delivering for like 4 years, you know, and some people love it, and you'll get other reports of people that go, it's rubbish, it's co-registration leads, it's a waste of time, I tried it for 6 months and didn't get a sale. And literally what I will say is that it's all about how you communicate with your audience and going through the challenge of what is the angle for my audience. Okay, and this is what I've been showing you in the days that I've been doing this, and so far we've got 20 odd sales, 27, developed just almost $700 worth of business, well, of profits. Okay, so myleadgensecret, here we go. So we're going to go to mailing system, and we're going to select all the leads. So you can see here I've had I think my first month was 100 leads, or first 3 weeks 100 leads. Then I got 200 leads per day after that, because I got the bonus leads, and that's built up. It's actually built up to 319,600 leads. Okay, which is quite a difference. Okay, it makes a difference. But what the servers can only send, the servers are limited to send 200,000. Okay, so it gets rid of the old leads and it just sends the new leads. So that's where we are with that. What I tend to do with this, on the saved email side, I'll load that in, and that keeps all the formatting. See, there's all the format. Here's yesterday's email, so it's all formatted for me properly. And in terms of the formatting, what you want to do, I prefer the font size 16. Okay, what I found as well works. I'll probably do a little video on this tomorrow, but the first link, I always link it as link A, and then the main one just a link, just the normal link. But I found I've had quite a lot of sales from the A link, okay, which is, you know, quite significant. So all the time what we're doing is we're going back on our stats. Remember, everything in marketing is about tracking and testing and measuring. Going back in the stats, finding out what works, and then doing more of that, doing more of what works. And then you can test something, find out if it works or if it doesn't work, and come back to it. So it's always a case of constantly improving your skills, really. Okay, just improving your skills. So what I've got here is I've got the email for today. Now what I did, I put a spreadsheet together with all the emails that I'd produced sales. Okay, that's what I'm going to put in here. Okay, so you're requesting information. Here it is, John. Okay, so basically what I've got there is just a what's the word? I've forgotten the word. Damn. Anyway, you just cut curiosity. Thank you. That's the word. So I'm leading with pure curiosity, and usually what I do, it normally goes into something like, you know, $35 an hour, and it tells people what it is. Like the one I've got further down here. So $34 an hour, an unbeatable rate, John. Details inside. $30 to $35 an hour, urgent, John. Now hiring, details inside. So something like that. So what it does, it gets people to open the email. But what I always say, you've got to make sure your subject line and your body, your copy, is congruent. Okay, because if it's not, then people will really get upset. All right, so I'll grab all the copy. Going to copy that. So Control V. So what I like to do again with the emails is I like to make them short, condensed, and also to the point. So if you're going to say something, get to the point pretty as soon as you can. And this is what I do. So first of all, I'm just going to make this paragraph. So I'm going to delete it and then Shift and then Enter twice. So you can see how it's making the paragraph just a little bit more of a gap. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that back. Yeah. So let me just walk you through this really simply. What I like to do with my emails, like I said, I like to keep them short. And the way I keep them short, okay, and if you go through videos 1 to 50, I go through the whole process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, okay. And what I'll do, I'll copy this, copy it, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So I'll paste it in 4 times, and what I try and do, I try and keep the body within the confines of these numbers. Now you can't always do it, because what I would rather see, rather than rather than being confined to these numbers, I want my format to be right. So what I'm looking at, the first line, I want it to be a single line. Okay, the second one, 2 or 3 lines. Okay, the next one, about 1 line, but obviously that would take it all the way across here. So I've got it on 1 and a bit. Okay, then I've got 3. So what I like to try and do is a 1 3 1 3 1 3 format type, but you can't always do it depending on the copy, and it doesn't always look right depending on what you've got on your email, but that's what I try and do. Okay. Yeah, if you keep it in the confines of that, I used to write all the way across the page, and to be honest, by the time you get finished, it looks like a declaration of war. No one likes that. And what you got to remember as well is, with the majority of leads, particularly with co-registration leads, is they open an email and the first thing they're doing is, why is this person bothering me and what's in it for me? Okay, so if they read, okay, here's your requested information, they've probably signed up for loads of stuff. Okay, you remember when you first started online marketing and you signed up for every guru you could find, you signed up on their email list, and they've probably done the same thing, and they probably don't know what they've signed up for, and they've forgotten. So when you put, here's your requested information, they've gone, oh, okay, well, obviously something that I've requested, and they have, because they're a co-registration lead, what they've done, they've signed up for something and they've put their hand up to say, give me some more information, but they don't know who you are. So you want to get to the point fairly quick. So some of the things that I do is, when it comes to the title, live chat assistance, I always put that in capitals, capitalize the first word, because the first letter rather, so it gives it a bit more gravitas. And sometimes I'll just highlight the odd word. So in huge demand worldwide right now, but not too many, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to make your email look like a lot of spammy nonsense, because people will go, spammy nonsense, not interested, goodbye. Okay, so you've got to be really mindful of that. Keep it on the air of being professional and slightly more, kind of think more LinkedIn than TikTok. Okay, that's a pretty decent analogy. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab the URL that we got, our encrypted URL. We haven't got any links up here, so I'm going to grab this. Paste that. Okay, HTTPS. Okay, and we'll bold it. So what I like to do, if there's a link up here, an A link, okay, I like to obviously hyperlink it, but I don't bold it, and I don't try and, I'll capitalize the first letter, but other than that, it's all lowercase, because it's a softer call to action, and some people like the softer call to action. Okay, now here it's a slightly stronger call to action, slightly more male orientated type call to action because every first letter is highlighted and it's also in bold. So I tend to mix them up together, and what I'm going to be doing probably over the next few days is just collating all the metrics and all the information and finding out, well, okay, do people like this? Do they prefer anchor links? Do they prefer lowercase or whatever? So I'm going to be coming up with a bit more information about that. So that'll be good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on perfect timing. We're going to preview it. So your requested information, here it is, John. That's all as it is. So you can see how the fact that the whole email is a nice package that people can look at and make a decision really quickly. What's in it for me? Okay, right, can I find out what's in it for me, and can I click on the link? Okay, so click here for details. We'll test the link, make sure it's okay. Hop equals McLauchlan, that's okay, so that's all coded to me. Good to go. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll send the email. No, I've got to select the leads. I haven't selected any leads. So we'll select all 200,000. Now, one of the little things that we did a while ago was that I select all the leads. Okay, I just send the whole lot because, you know, it's taken me a lot of time to build these leads up. What some people do is they select, so they'll click there, they'll select the first 9,000 leads. And what you'll find is you get a better open rate because the servers aren't quite so overwhelmed, and also you're delivering the emails to the newest subscribers on your list, so you'll end up with quite a responsive list. I tried that, it did work. The opens and the conversion rates from myleadgensecret increased no end, but you're still leaving, you know, if I sent to 9,000 leads, you know, I'd still have 31,600 people on my list that didn't get, no, 300 a lot of leads. There's a lot of leads that I would miss off, so I don't do that, but it's a strategy that you can possibly look at. So I'm going to send email. Right, so from here the drill is as usual, so I'll click on source, click on Control A and C, then I'll just right click and paste that in, look, to my notepad, and all I'm going to do now is make a little gap, and I'm going to go and paste in my subject line. Paste. Okay, there it is. Subject and all the source code. So all we do is just click anywhere. Okay, click on Control A and then C. That copies the whole lot to our clipboard. So we'll log out of this. Log into oh dear, account number 2. Mailing system. Select all leads. Oh, sorry, I'm going to start coughing again. As you know, it's not the cough that carries you off. It's the coughing that carries you off in. Right, I'm going to paste that in. Source code and Control A and V. Then we click on source again. That's going to bring us back to text. Going to take out what we don't want. And we're going to change this from a 1 backspace to OK. And we'll click on perfect timing. I'll preview it again just to make sure, because sometimes I get a bit twitchy, just to that I'm sending the right thing, but that's perfectly fine. And also the PS line, and what I recommend you do as well, as I always say, is let people know who you are in the subject line. Okay, put your image in there. Okay, if you're not happy with putting your own image in there, then my advice to you is you're an online business owner. People need to know who you are, so you need to get used to it to some degree. Okay, and also you can make this clickable. Okay, so in your email, okay, just hyperlink it to wherever you want to go, and you'll be surprised the amount of people who get sales from clicking on the face. Okay, So put your socials in there, because what people want to do as well, they want to see if you're a real person. And if they're going to do business with you, they're going to go, is this guy a genuine person? And then they click on your Facebook, okay? And if they see that you're somebody from out of Mongolia, then obviously, you know, what their suspicions have been correct. Okay, this guy isn't who he is. But if you click on Facebook, okay, let's have a look at this, see what comes up. Oh, look, it's my profile. And a very rare picture of me of what I had for dinner. Nice steak, but it was worth it. But yeah, look, there's my picture there. There's my picture. You can see the videos. You can see I'm a genuine person. And that inspires, well, some confidence in the person, okay? YouTube is going to be the same sort of thing. This clicks over to the myleadgensecret page that I showed you earlier with day 0 on it. And so does this, okay? So people can sign up for myleadgensecret in addition to signing up for Clickbank as well. So I recommend you do the same. So yeah, we'll send email. And the more you get your face out to people, the more they'll see you. Okay, and I was in a meeting once in London, about 300 or 400 people, and this guy went around the room and he said, how did you sign up for this? How did you sign up for this? And the majority of people got in via email. And it was like, okay, walk me through it. And it was like, oh, this guy kept sending me emails. And I kept ignoring it for a while. And then I just thought, this guy's sending me, what does he want? So I opened it and I joined the business, you know, and it was kind of as simple as that. And that's what happens to most people, you know. But if you send in good stuff, if you opened an email from somebody and it was just garbage, okay, you'd never open it again. So you've got to make sure that what you're sending is kind of quality stuff, you know. So you're recommending good products, but it's also well written. You've got to make sure that it's well written. So, you know, things, just things like Live Chat Assistant is a title of a job. So a title of a job needs a capital letter, okay? And you don't over spam it, okay? So remember, back in the day, back in 2008, okay, everything was huge and it was all italics and underlined, and everything was underlined, and there was this and there was flashing lights, and because that's what people resonated with. And now people run for the hills if they see all that nonsense. Okay. And I think the language that we use these days is a lot more softer. If you think about the difference between, crikey, it's even difficult drawing that analogy, but the difference between males and females, okay, in the ordinary world, you know, males, testosterone driven, I'll give you a fight, do you want to get in my business? Well, you're all getting in today, click the link and I'll see you on the inside. It's all quite male driven. And what you want to try and do is get away from that and make it more female driven, where you talk about features and benefits. And I would like to invite you to look at my link and that sort of thing. So it's a lot better. And that's why I always say, what am I doing? Mailing system. That's why I always say, women always make the best marketers. Okay? Because they just have a way with people. Women always have their own support network, a support group. They're people that they talk to. And men, quite often, just, I'll do it by myself. Okay, don't need any help. You know, steam in. But if you think about helping people and the best way to help people, how can I help you develop your business? What's the best thing I can do for you right now to help you? Okay, if you take that approach rather than what a lot of people do, I just want to make money. Just want to make money. What do you want to do? I just want to make money. Okay. But think about your audience, think about what they want, think about how you can help them, and that's the way you develop. Because by helping them, you're going to help yourself, you're going to develop your skills, and that's where everything's at. It really is. Done a lot of talking tonight, but I'm kind of in a bit of a talkative mood, particularly when I'm not coughing. Right, let's just preview that to make sure we're okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Send. That's us done. That's it. And what you'll find with this is that you will get into a rhythm. And when I talk about developing your skills, you're developing your skills with email marketing and copy. And let me tell you, the people who can write copy the best are the ones that get paid the most, because you're the people who can then communicate with your audience and communicate their needs, wants and desires. So that is everything in business. Believe you me. And if it starts with something as simple as this, something as simple as doing this consistently, even if you start with one account, it's going to cost you $60 for the first month, $30 a month. Clickbank is free, so you're going to have access to something that's going to pay you. You're going to have access to something that's going to build your skills, and you're going to have access to something that potentially you can add and build up and scale up very, very quickly. So there's a lot of positive things about this, and that's that's why excuse me, that's why I recommend, that's why I promote it. Right. I think on that note, it's time to wrap things up. So let's go quick look at Clickbank. We'll just go and refresh the page just to see if anything has come in since we've been talking for 41 minutes. That conversion rate I'm chuffed with. As I said before, it started out at 8.4, 8.5. It's gone to almost 11%. So we're going in the right direction with 675.16. See 675.60 on there. Okay, good. Right. I'm going to call it a day from there. So thank you for watching. And if you got some value from this, again, please consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit that subscribe button. And if you got some value from this, give us a thumbs up as well. Thank you for all the questions. I get a lot of questions about this. A lot of people sending text messages and sending emails. So continue to do that, because, you know, there's no shortage. I'll tell you this again, there's no shortage of business out there. And you know why? It's because 95% of people don't have what it takes to develop an online business. They'll start, okay? They'll give it 5 or 6 months and they'll move on to something else. Well, it wasn't really for me, okay? And what I want for you is to have the ability and the knowledge to build a business, to see the potential in it, to make some good money with it, and just keep going and keep going to the next level and the next level and the next level. Okay, and it all starts, let me tell you, I'll say this again, about being tenacious and just consistent with what you're doing. There's no secret to it. It's just you've got to be that consistency is everything. Okay, so, and what I said earlier on my Facebook profile, I'll show you while we're here. This 18 minutes per day. Okay, generally the myleadgensecret strategy takes about 20 minutes. Okay, if you're doing this yourself, maybe you can speed up the process, but on average it's going to take you about 20 minutes. So 18 minutes a day over 100 days, okay, will put you ahead of 95% of people who are trying it. Okay, but over 100 days. All right. So whatever it is, email marketing, fitness, or learning to play the guitar can all be done in 18 minutes over 100 days. And you will see dramatic improvements. Like I say, it's going to put you ahead of most people. And I said, it sounds easy, but most people don't have what it takes to commit. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say that because most people are not uncomfortable enough with their life to actually do something about it. They're not uncomfortable, quite uncomfortable enough. It's like the old story with the dog. It's quite a night for stories, isn't it? But it's like the dog, you know, the guy, he's on his porch and the dog's laying there and the dog's moaning. And the guy comes up and he sits with him and he says, what's up with your dog? He's moaning all the time. He says, oh, he's laid in a nail. He says, well, why don't he move? He says, well, it's not quite hurting enough. You know, and that's what most people are like. That's the most situation a lot of people are in. They're just not hurting quite enough to make it. Okay, so they don't have what it takes to commit, because ultimately people are lazy. I should know. I'm all right, lazy bastard. All right, I'll say it right now, because given the opportunity, I would just sit on a beach all day and do nothing and drink, I don't know, fizzy water or something. But that's the way most of us are. We don't want to do this, but we do it because there's a bigger purpose. All right. And I said there, it's a success is easy for committed people because you only compete with the 5%. You're only competing with 5% ultimately because most people around you will quit. Okay, so when we go into these opportunities and you say, My Lead Gen Secret, everyone's doing that. Saturated, mate, innit? Yeah. What are you promoting? Clickbank? Oh, yeah, everyone's doing that, mate. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's not, because most people will get started and then quit. Okay, so if you're going to do this, become part of the 5%. You know why? Because it's bloody easy when you get into a rhythm. Okay, it's easy when you are consistent and you blindly get in, disciplined. Let's do it every single day. Okay, and with that said, I'm going to go because I'm almost on top of my soapbox right now. So anyway, if you got some benefit from that, thank you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe, give us a like, drop me a comment, and I will see you on the session tomorrow. Bye for now.